Welcome students. This is the fourth video of chapter 15, Some Natural Phenomena. Today we will discuss about the next topic, which is earthquakes. Now there are some natural phenomena such as thunderstorms and cyclones which can be predicted by meteorologists. Now who are meteorologists? Meteorologists are the scientists who study and give information about the changes taking place in the atmosphere. But there are some natural phenomena that are uncertain and they cannot be predicted accurately. One of them is known as an earthquake. Now, earthquake is an unpredictable natural disaster. The shaking of the ground caused by sudden movements in Earth's crust is called an earthquake. The enormous energy released by an earthquake travels through the ground in the form of waves which are known as seismic waves. Now, earthquakes occur for a very short span of time, and the main cause of earthquake is the disturbances deep inside the crust of the earth. Earthquakes occur all the time, but they are not noticeable. But major earthquakes which are occurring on the earth's surface, they are destructive in nature. Now there are many harmful effects caused due to earthquakes, such as loss of life, loss of property such as buildings, dams, bridges, etc., floods, landslides, and tsunamis. What is the cause of earthquake? The earth consists of three major layers: crust, mantle, and core. And the core is further divided into two parts: inner core and outer core. The outermost layer of the earth is divided into several plates. These plates are called tectonic plates, and these plates are always moving. As these plates pass each other or collide, disturbances are caused in the earth crust, and these disturbances are called earthquakes or tremors. You can see in the diagram the earth has different layers, and then in the second diagram the colliding and brushing past of the earth's plate that can cause earthquake. Now there are other causes of earthquake also. Tremors on the earth can also be caused when a volcano erupts or a meteor hits the earth's surface or an underground nuclear explosion is carried out. However, most earthquakes are caused by the movement of earth's plates. Now, what are seismic zones? Since earthquakes are caused by the movement of the plates, the boundaries of the plates are the weak zones where earthquakes are more likely to occur. These weak zones are also known as seismic zones or fault zones. In India, there are many areas which are most threatened are Kashmir, Western and Central Himalayas, then Rajasthan and Indo-Gangetic Plains. Now what is the Richter scale? The magnitude or intensity of an earthquake is measured by Richter scale, which was developed by Charles F. Richter in 1935. The number indicating the magnitude or intensity on this scale ranges between 0 to 9. On this scale, the vibration of an earthquake with a magnitude of 2 are 10 times greater in amplitude than those of an earthquake with magnitude of 1. That is the reason the Richter scale is not considered as a linear scale. Now, destructive earthquakes, they have a Richter scale magnitude of more than 7. An earthquake of intensity between 0 to 3, that is a mild earthquake. An earthquake of intensity between 3 to 7 on the Richter scale may cause considerable damage to weak structures. An earthquake of intensity 7 or more on the Richter scale is very strong and devastating earthquake, and it can cause severe damage and destruction. Now, earthquake of a magnitude of 6 is 100 times more powerful than an earthquake with a magnitude of 4. So, it is not a linear scale. Now, this table shows the Richter scale of earthquake energy. Now, in this, each level is 10 times stronger than the previous scale or previous level. Now, there are some definitions related to earthquake. First is seismic waves. The enormous energy released by an earthquake travels through the ground in the form of waves which are known as seismic waves. It means the earthquakes, they produce waves on the earth's surface. These are called seismic waves, and these waves travel in all the directions on the earth's surface. You can also see in the diagram. Then next is focus of an earthquake. The place inside the earth where an earthquake occurs is known as the focus, or it is also known as hypocenter. It means this is a point on the inside the earth's surface where the earthquake originates. Then next is epicenter. The epicenter is a region on the surface of the earth that is closest to the focus. And the earthquake does not originate from the epicenter. It originates from the focus which is present inside the earth surface. You can also see in the diagram given on the side. Then what is seismograph? The seismic waves that are generated by an earthquake are recorded by an instrument which is called seismograph, or it is also known as seismometer. It consists of a metal rod or a pendulum which can vibrate as the earthquake occurs. You can see in the diagram there is a pendulum which can vibrate at the time of earthquake. This metal rod is attached to a pen which records the waves on the paper. Now scientists study these waves and they construct a map of the earthquake, and this also helps them in determining the power of the earthquake. Now the diagram is given, the seismograph. In this, the pen which records the waves on the paper which is on the drum which is rotating. Now protection against an earthquake. It is very difficult to predict the occurrence of an earthquake as it occurs suddenly. Violent earthquakes are often destructive. They cause severe damage to life and property. So there are different precautions against earthquakes while building our houses. People should always consult architects and engineers before constructing a new building. The roofs of the building should be kept light. Timber or mud should be used in the construction of the building rather than heavy materials. Houses made of timber are very popular in Japan, which is highly prone to earthquakes. The shelf and cupboards should be fixed to the walls so that they do not fall off easily at the time of earthquake. Things such as photo frames, geysers, clocks, and other wall hangings should be placed in a place that does not harm anybody if they fall off. Buildings should have firefighting equipment as earthquakes may cause fires, and these firefighting equipment should be installed and kept in working order. Now, in the diagram it is shown the earthquake resistant buildings. Now there are cross bracing which reinforce walls using two steel beams, then shock absorbers which absorb the tremors of earthquakes, then shear walls or concrete walls with steel bars to reduce rocking movements. Now, how can people protect themselves from an earthquake? First of all, indoor safety measures. We should hide under a table until the earthquake stops. We should not stay close to heavy and tall objects. Then, if one is in bed, they should cover their head with a pillow instead of getting up. So, these can protect us from the earthquake. Then, outdoor safety measures. We should find a place which has no tall buildings around or even trees. If a person is inside a car or a bus, they should drive slowly to a clear place and be inside until the earthquake stops. Now, it is also given in the diagram that how can we protect ourselves from earthquake. Now, use the stairs, do not use elevator, get under desk and hold on, cover your head and neck, stay away from utility wires, do not stand at a doorway, drive to clear area and avoid bridges, and stay away from danger objects. So these are the precautions these are the precautions, or we can say how can people protect themselves from an earthquake. Thank you very much.